To another of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some market related news now. This is regarding Philippe Coutinho now from Liverpool, because we know obviously Barcelona convinced they can get a January deal over the line for Philippe Coutinho, because we saw that Barcelona had 3 bids turned down from Liverpool in the August window. Barcelona had 3 bids turned down from Liverpool in the process, because Barcelona obviously are eyeing Philippe Coutinho as a long-term replacement for Iniesta, who's just signed a long lifetime contract extension with Barcelona. Current process, we know Coutinho is an ex-Inter Milan player. He's an ex-Espanyol player, because he's had experience of playing in Spain before, as well as Philippe Coutinho has made over 1 century appearances now for Liverpool. He's still under contract with Liverpool until 2022, as we all know. He missed the first part of the season, due to the back injury that he currently had as well. But the reports are stemming from Spain, basically, that Barcelona are convinced they can go for Philippe Coutinho in January. And Coutinho's representatives have confirmed that Liverpool are willing to offload Philippe Coutinho for around about £135 million. He's become one of the most agile, creative midfielders, since he's been at Liverpool. Liverpool are purchasing for just over £8 million from Inter Milan. But obviously Barcelona couldn't get a deal over the line due to, Liverpool were reluctant and were resisted to offload Philippe Coutinho. But I said Coutinho wanted to make the move, he wanted to elevate to a higher level, he wants to play amongst better players. And, win trophies. And with Liverpool, he's currently not going to be doing this. I think he's made about 143 appearances, scored 36 goals, for in the Premier League as Philippe Coutinho, for Liverpool Football Club, as I said. But reportedly now, he did also insist that he's willing to reject a January switch to Paris Saint-Germain and make a move to Barcelona, because obviously Paris Saint-Germain, Neymar would want to see Coutinho, alongside him, because obviously Neymar and Coutinho are very, very good friends, because, they both play together, with Brazil as well. But reportedly, the press are now reporting that Real Madrid have also showed a strong interest in Philippe Coutinho as well. Reportedly, they've showed an interest in Coutinho. Reportedly, Real Madrid have been in talks with Liverpool, supposedly, and reportedly, Real Madrid have made contact with Liverpool as well. But Real Madrid want to go for him next summer. But they're not likely to go for him in January. But reportedly, they're interested in going for him next summer at Real Madrid, but not in currently January as well. Because obviously, I think Liverpool should have sold Coutinho in August. They generated the money, Liverpool, and they would have got their main priority targets that they wanted Liverpool in the process. But Liverpool did not will to sanction Philippe Coutinho off as well. But Real Madrid have reportedly been interested in Philippe Coutinho as well. He's under contract with Liverpool, as we all know, until 2022 as well. But Real Madrid, have got quite a few players on their radar, because they're a club that's mainly known, that they're a big club with a good history, and they're a club that are known of, a club that have been known over the years for spending big money on players. As we all know, they wasn't currently satisfied with their transfer window, because they did offload quite a few players as well. But partly Real Madrid have showed an interest in Philippe Coutinho as well, because we know Real Madrid have got a few players on their radar. Harry Kane's reportedly on their radar, because Harry Kane, he's won the PFA Player of the Month. We know he's won the Golden Boot in the last couple of years. Since he's been at Tottenham, now he's scored over 100 goals, in all competitions with Tottenham. He's not far now of hitting 100 goals, now in the Premier League for Tottenham as well. He's presumably, definitely the best striker in the Premier League, without a doubt. And Real Madrid are reportedly interested in making a move for Harry Kane as well, because Harry Kane, he's getting to that level now of Messi and Ronaldo. Is Harry Kane in the current process. He made his debut for Tottenham back in 2011, against Hearts in the Europa League as well. He scored 8 goals this season in the Premier League, about 14 or 15 in all competitions as well as Harry Kane. And I said, Harry Kane has not ruled the Spurs exit out, and it would be hard for him, to turn down a move to Real Madrid, as I said. But Real Madrid, would have to probably pay at least maybe £200 million, to get the pursuit of Harry Kane deposit. But reportedly now, they've showed an interest in Philippe Coutinho. Also, Paris Saint-Germain, who've invested a lot of money, have showed an interest in Philippe Coutinho as well. But his preferred move, Philippe Coutinho, is Barcelona's in the current process. As I said, because he did want to make the move in the August window, but Liverpool were reluctant and resisted to currently offload the current player, as I have just said in the current process. But Liverpool, obviously, they've got Naby Keita confirmed for next summer. That's a 48 million release clause. We know Liverpool have paid a premium towards this release clause, as I said. So that is confirmed next summer. As I say, good dynamic box office player, good at breaking up the play as well. But Liverpool, need to reinvest. Coutinho will go in January, I should presume, to maybe Barcelona or whatever, and Liverpool can generate the funds and get the main targets, they missed out on during the summer. But as I said, as the updated you, with the NBA Cham latest news, earlier on, reportedly now, it did confirm that Juventus have been heavily linked with him. Juventus have also approached NBA Cham's representatives and contacted NBA Cham's representative, because Juventus heavily linked to him. But he's set to leave now. He's set at this moment in time. He's set to leave Liverpool now on a free transfer next summer. Basically, he's set to leave Liverpool on free transfer next summer because basically, reportedly, NBA Cham's been demanding a release clause, and it did confirm basically that the contract talks have stalled between Liverpool and NBA Cham, because Liverpool have been in the process of basically trying to secure MMA Cham a new deal, but it hasn't come to an agreement. He's nowhere near of coming to an agreement on a new deal. Is MMA Cham, and MMA Cham's representatives have confirmed that they want MMA Cham to receive a high wage from Liverpool and also get a release clause if he is to sign a new deal with Liverpool Football Club. And MMA Cham has supposedly been demanding a release clause, for Liverpool to sign him a new deal as well. But it currently has Liverpool refusing to, do this. And MMA Cham could well leave on a free transfer next summer. We know this is his fourth season in the process of Liverpool. He's made over a century appearances, in all competitions. He's been at Liverpool Football Club as a MMA Cham, as we all know. He's an ex-Bayern Munich Academy graduate as well. Recently ranked with Bayern Munich. Went with Bayer Leverkusen. Liverpool just paid over nearly £10 million for him, from Bayer Leverkusen, as we all know. Versatility, very, very good. Very, very good for Germany, as well as MMA Cham in the process. And he did clarify, Juventus' interest as an did MMA Cham, but he's still fully committed to Liverpool at the moment. But he's set to leave on a free transfer next summer, because obviously he's been demanding a release clause and a higher wage as well, for Liverpool to secure a new deal. But Liverpool are not willing to meet this. But supposedly the contract talks have currently stalled as well in the current process. So I think Coutinho will leave in January. As I said, MMA Cham supposedly will leave on a free transfer next summer. But as I said, Liverpool have, had quite a few interests. Virgil van Dijk, was their main priority target, during the transfer window was Virgil van Dijk. Liverpool were prepared to pay, about £70 million for Virgil van Dijk. Southampton were reluctant and were resistant to offload the player. We know Liverpool ended their interest back in June, due to an illegal approach. We know he signed a 6-year deal back in May 2016 with Southampton as well. Did Virgil van Dijk made his international debut, in 2015 as well. He just basically recovered from long-term injury as well, did Virgil van Dijk. But there had been quite a few teams, interested in the player, because Liverpool, in my opinion, still need a prolific striker. They still definitely need someone defensively as well, do Liverpool Football Club. So I think they may, really show their interest in Van Dijk. The ex-Celtic player, I think this is his first season in process of Southampton. Southampton had paid £13 million for him from Celtic as well, where he won the Scottish Premiership, the Scottish League Cup as well, Virgil van Dijk. So I think Liverpool will re-show the interest in the current player, as I said. And what else am I going to update you on right now? Wait there. But we also know that that Liverpool, showed their interest in Thomas Lemar. We know during towards the end of the August window, Liverpool showed their interest in Lemar. Monaco turned two bids down from Liverpool. Monaco had also turned 2 bids down from Arsenal as well, because Monaco were reluctant and were resisted to offload Lemar, due to the money there. They've received the departure of their players, Monaco, as we all know. I think Lamar's still under contract with Monaco until I think he's still got 3 years left on his current deal. We know he made 32 appearances with Chan. We know Monaco had paid £3 million for him. And I think this is his third season. The process now with Monaco is Lamar's. And he made his international debut in 2016. As I said, did Thomas Lemar. Arsenal had also been heavily into him during the August window. But Monaco were not willing to offload the player. As he currently said, and Monaco not willing to offload the player, as I said. Arsenal had 2 bids rejected, as I said. Liverpool had 2 bids rejected, but the president did confirm Lemar is likely to leave Monaco next summer because he can play as attacking mid. He can play on each flank as well. But Arsene Wenger, as I said, has not ruled a January move for Thomas Lemar as well. And if Arsenal had to come out, with quite a bit of money, to offer Lemar in January, it may then persuade Monaco to offload the current player, as I said. But it reportedly said, that Liverpool were interested in Lemar, during, towards the end of the August window as well. So he could leave Monaco next summer. Arsenal may go for him in January. As I currently said in the current process. Also, it's reported that it said basically Liverpool have reportedly, targeted Timo Werner, from RP Leeds, a big, as I said. Timo Werner from RP Leeds, but as I said, fantastic young age prospect. He did say, he supported Manchester United as a youngster. Reported Liverpool have targeted Timo Werner, to strengthen their attacking lineup as well. But he did say he supported Manchester United youngster. He said he would dream of a move to Manchester United. Timo Werner. What?
I'm off to pit.
Alright.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Alright.
Don't go in this light on all night.
Alright.
Charlie, why did you ask if I'm going to pub tonight?
Just asked you.
I told you I wasn't going out until Sunday. Go out when games are on, mate. Rest of the time is shit.
But as I was saying, wait there. As I was saying, about Timo Werner, fantastic young age prospect. As I said, Liverpool have reportedly targeted and interested in him. It's reportedly saying Barcelona have been interested in him. It's reportedly said that Bayern Munich have been interested in him, but the RP Leeds big president denied Bayern Munich's interest. He did clarify that Bayern Munich have made no inquiries and no offers for the Timo Werner. So reportedly, the RP Leeds big president had confirmed that. He's basically stressed out that he's denied Bayern Munich's interest in the process. So Liverpool have reportedly been interested in the player, as we all know. We know him, he's an ex-Stuttgart player as well. He made his Stuttgart debut in the Europa League at just the age of 17 years of age. Made his first Bundesliga appearance against Bayer Leverkusen, scored his first goal against Frankfurt. Become the youngest player to make 50 appearances during his time with Stuttgart as well. As we all know, he signed a professional contract until 2018, Timo Werner during his time with Stuttgart as well. Stuttgart got relegated and then RP Leipzig had bought him for £10 million. I think he's under contract with RP Leipzig until 2020 or something like that. He's become also the youngest player to play in 100 Bundesliga fixtures now. Timo Werner scored 21 goals in 32 appearances last season. He also helped RB Leipzig qualify for the Champions League for the first time in their club's history as well. But a fantastic young age prospect. So Liverpool have reportedly targeted him as well. But going on a bit of Arsenal's news now, as we all know, Sanchez is coming to an end of his deal. As we all know, he's refusing to sign a new deal with Arsenal Football Club. We know a lot of teams, have been interested in like Sanchez, such as Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain, where he was demanding wages of like £500,000 a week. Probably Everton, AC Milan, Manchester City, have been emerging as front runners because, Manchester City, were interested in him during the August window. But reportedly now, with the Alex Sanchez case, it's saying Bayern Munich are willing to revive the interest in the player because Robert Lewandowski, wants he wants a striker Bayern Munich, as I said, does Robert Lewandowski, but partly Bayern Munich now have revived the interest in Alex Sanchez. We know he's coming to an end of his deal. He's refusing to sign a new deal. He demanded that he wanted Champions League football because this is his first time in 2 decades that Arsenal have not had it. Sanchez was demanding it. As I said, and it said Everton, were reportedly interested in Alexis Sanchez. It did say Everton, were willing to put, £30 million in for the player in January. I said Arsenal would rather cash him rather than let him go for the next summer. I said Everton have had a bad start to the season. They spent a lot of money in the August window. They've just had Koeman sats. They haven't got Champions League football live. They're not going to win trophies, so I doubt that Sanchez will go because there's higher profile clubs that Sanchez could possibly go to, as well as Paris Saint-Germain, who've invested a lot of money, that are reportedly still interested in Alexis Sanchez. City are interested in him. City, Arsenal could have cashed £50-60 million in, £50-60 million in for Sanchez in August, but Arsenal turned 50 million bid down. Initially accepted 60 million, but obviously we know Arsenal couldn't find an adequate replacement. This is why Arsenal didn't offload Sanchez. But he did say City were convinced they could just go on and get him for £20 million in January. But reportedly now City are keen on waiting until next summer when he comes a free transfer. City are keen on getting him on free transfer rather than paying £20 million for him in January, as I currently said. But Sanchez made an international debut in 2006. I think this is his fourth season process now with Arsenal Football Club. He's won 3 FA Cups in 4 seasons, scored in both the 2 of the FA Cups finals on 2 occasions as well. Did Alexis Sanchez. Versatility, very, very good, as I said, very, very good number 7, as I said, is Alexis Sanchez in the current process as well. We know he won honours with the likes of River Plate, Coca-Cola as well, did Alexis Sanchez. Went to Underneath quite a few years as well, went to Barcelona, for quite a few years as well. He won honours with Barcelona as well, did Sanchez. And Arsenal paid £35 million for him. Pep Guardiola is keen on reuniting with Alexis Sanchez, if they were fantastic together at Barcelona. As I said, he's won 3 FA Cups 4 seasons. He also was demanding a higher wage from Arsenal Football Club as well, where it was Alexis Sanchez. But I think he's going to go, whether it's going to be in January, whether he's going to be on a free next summer, I'm not quite sure. But Arsene Wenger has not ruled a move out for Thomas Lemar. Raheem Mahrez has been mentioned in quite occasions, that Arsenal have also showed a strong interest in him. There's been quite a few teams that have been interested in Raheem Mahrez from Leicester, because he had thoughts about quitting Leicester during this summer. He's under contract with Leicester till 2020, but he had thoughts about quitting Leicester during this summer. He did put a transfer question during the summer as well, did Raheem Mahrez. There'd been quite a few teams interested. The latest team that's been mentioned is Marseille, and he did say, Raheem Mahrez could leave Leicester, for just over £26 million. This is his 4 seasons plus. He won the Premier League with them. He's won the Premier League with them, the Championship, PFA quite a few times. Also helped them gain promotion as well. Made his international debut in 2014. Also been named Algerian Football of the Year. He's an ex-Lee Harvey player, because during his majority of his time with Lee Harvey, he played in the reserve team with Lee Harvey as well. Began his youth career with South Class as well, did Raheem Mahrez. But yeah, quite a few teams have been interested in him as well in the current process. And what else was I going to update you on? And also, with Arsenal's situation, they've got Mesut Ozil there, in the last 3 weeks at least, he's been heavily linked with a move to Manchester United as Mesut Ozil, as we all know. He did reportedly tell his teammates quite a few weeks ago now he was joining Manchester United, but his current Ozil's team are confident basically that we want to sign him on a free transfer next summer rather than pay for him in January, because he is coming to an end of his deal. Jose Mourinho classifies him as a fantastic number 10. As I said, Jose Mourinho and Ozil were fantastic together at Real Madrid, because he had 3 fantastic years of Real Madrid, did Ozil. So did Jose Mourinho, and they're keen on reuniting together. As I said, he made over 70 appearances for Real Madrid. This is his 5th season in the process of Arsenal. I think it's his 5th season in the process of Arsenal. He's now made over 70 appearances as Mesut Ozil, but I think Arsenal are nowhere near in the process of securing Mesut Ozil a new deal. He's refusing to sign new deals. Also, been demanding a higher wage. He's been demanding a higher wage as Mesut Ozil as well. I think he's been demanding over £300,000 as well as Mesut Ozil. It did confirm the other week that the contract talks stalled between the player, the club, and his representative as well. So it did confirm that the contract talks had currently stalled. It's Arsenal's second most expensive sign, as we all know. Arsenal paid £42.5 million for him, from Real Madrid. You know, he was also in the Bundesliga for 5 years, was Mesut Ozil, but can create chances, can provide assists, and as I said, Jose Mourinho classifies him as a fantastic number 10. So was he presumably playing for the move against Everton? But yeah, he did say if he's to leave the Emirates, he wants to go to a big club, because obviously with Arsenal, he's not going to win trophies, he's not going to be, you know, playing in Champions League football, and this is what Mesut Ozil wants. So could that be potentially, you know, Manchester United's next signing the current process, guys? So I want to know what you think to that situation, and yeah. What was I going to say now? And there's not only Ozil coming to an end of his deal with Arsenal Football Club, you know, there's also Jack Wilshere that's coming to an end of his deal with Arsenal Football Club, and Arsene Wenger has basically clarified, well, we know Jack Wilshere's future is uncertain with Arsenal Football Club, but Arsene Wenger did insist he's willing to make a decision on Jack Wilshere's future in December time as well, because we know Jack Wilshere's coming to an end of his deal. I think Arsenal Football Club are due to meet with Jack Wilshere's representatives, you know, to try and secure a new deal with the club. It said a few teams were interested in Jack Wilshere if he wasn't to sign a new deal with Arsenal Football Club, because we know he's reason up the youth system very, very well. This is his 16th season with us. I think, how long? I think this is his, like, let's have a think. I think he's been at Arsenal now about 15, 16 years as a Jack Wilshere in the current process. Fantastic, you know, prospects for the Arsenal Football Club. As I said, he become Arsenal's. As I said, you know, he become Arsenal's youngest league debutant in 2008, you know, making his debut in 2008, you know, against Blackburn, you know, becoming also Arsenal's youngest player to play in European competition, and also did well in the FA Youth Cup as well, did Jack Wilshere, scoring the final against Liverpool. I think he scored quite a few times in the semi-final as well. And we know this is his 16th season in the process with Arsenal, because we know he risen up the youth system. We know he joined the Arsenal Youth Academy in October 2001. He had been at Luton before that, but he has been at a couple of teams on loan. You know, he was at Bournemouth on loan last season. He was also been at Bolton Wanderers on loan before as well. So his future remains uncertain as well with Arsenal Football Club. But as I reported to you guys the other day as well, the last couple of days, you know, there's been teams that have been heavily linked with Kieran Turner and Moussa Dembele from Celtic. It did report that both teams could cost up to 50 million. It said there's been teams interested. It did say that both players could cost up to £50 million. It did say Man United are interested, Tottenham are interested, Arsenal are interested. There's been a lot of teams that have been interested in Kieran Turner and Moussa Dembele from Celtic in the current process. But it did say regarding Kieran Turner that Tottenham could be emerged as front runners, you know, to go on and get Kieran Turner, because obviously looking for the replacement for the Danny Rose, because Danny Rose's future is uncertain, looking for a replacement for Danny Rose. We're potentially maybe looking for a replacement for Luke Shaw, that left back position. But Kieran Turner reportedly said Tottenham have been scouting the player and they've been monitoring the player quite closely. Kieran Turner, who made his international, he's a Celtic player, you know, he made his international debut in 2016. You know, he's made 8 senior appearances for Scotland as well. But it may be hard because Celtic may not be willing to offload Moussa Dembele and Kieran Turner, because Kieran Turner has just recently signed a 6-year deal as well. We know he's raised up the youth system fantastically well. We know he started to, you know, he raised up the youth system very, very well. You know, he signed for Celtic at just 7 years of age. Did the current player as well, did Kieran Turner, but he's become a bright, fantastic prospect. As I said, you know, he made his competitive senior debut in April 2015 with Celtic. We know during the 2015-16 season as well. We know during the 2015-16 season as well, basically, that the player had made over, he'd appeared in more than 30 matches. We know during 2016 in October, you know, he'd been injured, so he'd been out for quite a few months, and we know he was captain for Celtic in August 2017, was Kieran Turner, but reportedly Tottenham have showed an interest in him, Man United have showed an interest in him as well. And also Moussa Dembele, it did say both players could cost up to 50 million. Also saying Moussa Dembele, Man United have been interested, and a catalogue of other teams, you know, have been interested in Moussa Dembele, because we know he's got fantastic Premier League experience, as we all said, because, you know, he proved it with Fulham. He's now at Celtic. I think this is his second season in the process at Celtic, you know. He's got a deal with Celtic until 2020 as the current player as well. He scored 32 goals in all competitions, you know, in his first season. I think it was in his first season with Celtic as well. And he also won the domestic treble with Celtic as well last season. And scored 32 goals first season, as I said. You know, he scored back-to-back hat-tricks in February 2017 for Celtic. Scored also a hat-trick in his first derby with Celtic, you know, against Rangers as well. What else was I going to say? And yeah, you know, fantastic player. You know, he's up the ranks with Paris Saint-Germain. You know, joined Fulham at just the age of 16 or 17, you know, in 2012. In his first season, you know, became regularly for the under-18 teams. You know, won the Premier Academy League as well. Made his senior debut for Fulham in 2013. And since then, you know, for Fulham, he scored 19 goals in 64 competitive matches as well, did Moussa Dembele. But one of the brightest prospects in Europe, you know, especially during his so far during his tenure with Celtic Football Club. But partly teams have been interested in Moussa Dembele and Kieran Turner in the current process as well, guys. So there's been reportedly teams that have been interested in them as well. But yeah, the main part of this video is now partly Real Madrid are interested in Coutinho. They're willing to go for Coutinho next summer, Real Madrid partly, rather than go for him in January. Barcelona convinced you know, they're still going to go for him in January. But reportedly, Real Madrid have been in negotiations with Liverpool. They've made contact with Liverpool over Philippe Coutinho, who's one of the most agile, you know, creative midfielders, you know, as we all know, you know, since he's been at Liverpool Football Club as Philippe Coutinho. But yeah, he may leave wherever he goes. It's still looking likely he could go to Barcelona, but reportedly Real Madrid have entered the race as well for the current players. And as we all know, that Gareth Bale's future is coming to a close, because it did say the other day that Real Madrid, you know, are actually willing to offload Gareth Bale. We know during his injuries, you know, during his time with Real Madrid. This is his fifth season, as we all know, in the process with Real Madrid. He's just recently suffered a calf injury, but he did confirm that you know, Man United had been heavily into Gareth Bale. We were even interested in Gareth Bale, as we all know. We were interested in him during the Moyes era. We never got Gareth Bale in the current process. It did say Real Madrid he'd been given the green light to leave Real Madrid at Bale. It did then clarify Mourinho had no longer showed an interest in Gareth Bale as well. But Gareth Bale, hell experience, you know, got fantastic physical attributes, can cross a ball into the box as well, can Gareth Bale. As I said, you know, risen up the ranks of Southampton fantastically well, as I said as well. You know, he started as left back, but then since he, you know, joined Tottenham, become more of an attacking player. We know with Tottenham he had 6 fantastic years, you know, with Tottenham Hotspur as well, and Real Madrid had paid £85 million for him from Tottenham back in 2013. Florentino Perez, you know, is basically, it did clarify the other week that they're looking to generate the funds of Real Madrid that they initially paid for him from Tottenham back in 2013. As I said, you know, Welsh Football of the Year record 6 times, as we all know. Second top scorer for Wales and earned 60 caps for Wales, as well as Gareth Bale. But I still think, presumably, you know, Manchester United, you know, still need a creative winner in the current process. Let me just find my top for my sake. There it is. Let me just think if there's anything else to update you guys on. So yeah, I'm just going to update you a bit of more latest news now about Cesc Fabregas from Chelsea, because it reported also in the press the other day that Man United have showed an interest in him, because obviously Jose Mourinho is looking to reunite with Cesc Fabregas, because obviously Jose Mourinho used to work with Fabregas, you know, Mourinho during his time with Chelsea as well. Jose Mourinho, he's coming to an end of his deal. He's Fabregas still got 18 months left on his current deal as Fabregas. I think he's hoping to sign a new contract with Chelsea Football Club. Is Cesc Fabregas. I think he has the option to sign another 2-year extension. Does Cesc Fabregas as well? Because we know Man United being interested in Fabregas, you know, and especially Bell, you know, during the Moyes era as well. But I think Fabregas is keen on signing a new contract with Chelsea. We know with Chelsea, this is his I think this is it his 4th season or 3rd season. You know, now we're in the process with Chelsea Football Club. That's nearly dead already. So yeah, I think this is his 4th season in the process of Chelsea, because Chelsea, you know, had purchased him for Barcelona for £30 million. Creative, agile, fantastic playmaker. As I said, he's Cesc Fabregas in the current process. But we know Cesc Fabregas, you know, he'd risen up the ranks fantastically well with Barcelona. The current player, you know, he joined Arsenal in 2003, was at Arsenal. We know a good 8 years as well. Was Cesc Fabregas, you know, he won the FA Cup with them, you know, won quite a few honours with Arsenal as well, did Cesc Fabregas. You know, Barcelona then got him. He was at Barcelona for 3 years, you know, he playing alongside Xavi and Iniesta to play, you know, won quite a few honours. You know, won the European Championship in 2008 and 2012, won the FIFA Club World Cup in 2010, you know, won quite a few honours with Barcelona as well. Did Cesc Fabregas, and then Chelsea purchased him £30 million in 2014. And with Chelsea, he's won Premier League, you know, he's won the League Cup as well with Chelsea. But I think he's in the process of securing a new deal with Chelsea. But I was saying about Bell, you know, we were interested in Bell during the, you know, window. He's won 10 on Real Madrid also, and you know, he's won 3 Champions Leagues in 4 seasons. But Real Madrid have been under pressure to get rid of him for the last couple of years, you know, due to his current injuries as well. Gareth Bale's in the current process as well. But at that left back position, as I do keep confirming to you guys, you know, Luke Shaw, partly now he's been partly so. Anyway, guys, I think to do it. Drop your comments, like, below on the channel, subscribe to my channel.